What's up, world? We are back again for another show with another crazy cast of characters. We're always flipping it up around here. I said that maybe like Eric's like always here, like my co-host pretty much. But we got Michael in, we got Craig in, we got Paul in, and all these guys are going to introduce themselves. We have more people coming in. So tonight's topic, we're going to actually talk about the politicizing of beers and some of the things around that, how that may bother you, if it does bother you, if you don't want the politics in your beer, if it changes your opinion in any way. So I thought it'd be an interesting topic to kick around because more and more things are popping up now where people are like saying I'm going to boycott this beer, I'm going to boycott that beer, and so just something interesting to mess around with.
We're going to build a wall to keep Corona out.
Yeah. Please build a wall. I'll chip in for that one. But Paul, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, Paul from PA Brew News, man. Just here. There you go. I'm done talking.
Well, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking coffee right now with some.
You got a beer bottle right in front of you.
Well, I know I'm not drinking that yet. I mean, let's be specific, you know. I'm just trying to relax and think of Jean-Luc, you know, just you know.
But you may drink something at some point.
The Trogs Hotback Amber Ale.
There you go.
From Hershey, Pennsylvania. I've been sipping on that. Actually, I just finished a 12-pack of their Solid Sender, which is a maltier, smoother tasting beer. But because my sinuses are screwed up, I should probably be drinking Budweiser at this point in time because I don't know if I can taste anything.
Well, if you can't taste anything, Budweiser's a good one to waste it on. So.
I was gonna say this is warm. I can definitely say my coffee's warm. I don't taste warm. Feels creamy.
Everybody's got enough flashbacks from Budweiser to know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I actually drank a Alexander Keys beer. It was I think it was like a Galaxy or something like that. The regular one hop IPA, and it was stored in a guy's trunk for 5 months in his trunk. And it was, you know, and they took it out in the middle of summer and gave it to me, and that still tastes way better than any Budweiser I've ever had. I'm like, no, it's great. This is great. It's fantastic.
5 months in the trunk and still tastes better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
there's an endorsement. And then we also got Michael in from New York. So, Michael, introduce yourself.
I'm Michael from Brooklyn, New York, and politics sounds like an interesting subject to discuss. Actually, there's a lot of stuff you do see on some of these beer sites where people say boycott this, boycott that. I don't know if it works. Probably not, but it's a personal thing, and people have to draw their own conclusions, I guess. And I mean, it doesn't change anything as far as I'm concerned, really. But it's an individual decision.
Mm-hmm.
It does come down usually. So these are different things. Like I know there's a couple beers that I'll mention that I've kind of not bought recently, but there's other reasons involved too.
Mm-hmm.
Eric.
Hey guys, what's up YouTube? It's Eric Lions Fan. I have a channel on YouTube called Eric Lions Fan. I also have a Twitter account, Eric Lions Fan. I do beer reviews. I do Detroit Tigers post-game, Detroit Lions post-game, kind of all rambling videos and all that whatnot. So go ahead and check me out. Tonight I'm having Founders Porter.
Nice call. What are you drinking, Michael?
Just water.
Just what? You're drinking a Coors Light? Is that what you're telling me?
That's regular water. I did my drinking early. I did my drinking earlier today.
Yeah, Michael did a tasting earlier with some good beers, so we'll see if we can open another one before the end of the show. And then as we go across the pond, Craig, who's in his fully maxed out pose, is laying back, fresh off his Tina Fey airline commercial.
Yeah. I didn't get thrown off, so I've still got a contract, so that's good. Yeah, I'm currently up in north of England. I'm at Hop City in Leeds. I'm just got this room and just geeking out. So yeah, but my channel's like Kent Beer Reviews and blah blah.
Yeah.
Across all social. Yeah, well, I'm not talking to you, but anyway. But
Blah blah.
all that blah blah, But yeah, so just been geeking out on some great beers in the UK from America tonight.
Yeah, so what's going on at Leeds? So it's a big beer festival.
Yeah, it's the first time that Alchemist beers have been in the UK. We've had the Focal Banger and the Heady Topper.
Yeah.
So they're two of the beers that they've brought across in cans, of course, but yeah. And then we've got like 4 beers from the Yellow Half Brewing Company in New York. They're over as well. I'm trying to remember what we've had. We had one in earlier on before we got to because they had like tap takeovers in Little Leeds. I think they had 6 beers of theirs on, but they were still on today. I think we managed to get one of them, and then it just got really busy. So we just buggered off. But yeah, so just been geeking out. We're here for like 3 days, so this is the first sort of evening.
Are you reviewing everything, or counting all the beers that you're having, or trying to review the beers you're having, or taking pictures?
We've done about, between me and Jake, we've done like 3 or 4 reviews. We tried to be controversial, we've done the original, what's supposed to be the original Punk IPA. Because they've kind of done this like classic free beer thing. Because they all the politics with Brewdog and stuff, which ties in with what everyone else is. Rod's talking about this evening, so it's kind of like we've done a review of that. So yeah, we've just been like geeking out. Been good.
Are you drinking anything still, or you just?
No, I've shut off now, but I could do.
By the way, shut off means something else in the U.S. Just so you know.
Yes, I do.
I mean, I could do. There's 2 beers in the fridge just in front of me, but yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, they're calling your name right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, you should have got a.
No
You should have got
candy
a.
ass show.
You should have got a straw. You went to
No
McDonald's. They give
candy
you
ass
straws, right?
allowed. No
Just
water,
put a straw
no
in there.
tea, no Pepsi.
Shotgun them.
I'll let Miller Lite slide because Eric's around, but I'm gonna give Miller Lite a pass. But if you're drinking tea, get your ass off of here.
I'm drinking a Founders this time, Tom.
Founders, you're the man. All right, Eric. Hey, if we were closer, I'd give you a great big hug, man.
That would be a new term of bear hug there for sure.
Pennsylvania, are you going soft on me?
Soft on you, not on you.
It's all in there.
Not even 5 minutes in, and we're already off the rails.
Not even. And our other person.
I suppose it's my fault, right? You're going to blame me for this, aren't you?
No, I already have Paul here, so you're in good shape. So our other person.
Before I come on, you deliver an apology to your audience. Tom's going to be on in a second.
No. Our other person that's relaxing, who always comes to us from his bedside view, James from Sweden. So go to introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, James, man.
I'm drinking some nice milk from some German chocolate cereal, so I'm living up hardcore just like you guys. You know, you guys are all just
How you doing?
You guys are all just shit at this whole beer thing, you know. But
yeah. James always
And
comes
here's
to us
the
after
question.
doing an amateur porn session.
Pretty much.
says the man who had a nice big purple fluffy dildo for his breakfast. Come on, son.
It wasn't a dildo. It wasn't a dildo. It was real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it was purple, you've got something to worry about, boy.
I grabbed the shit out of it and locked that. I locked the blood in that thing. You should hear him scream.
Yeah, the fist is what you like. But
I guess I
we'll
wouldn't
leave it
play
at that.
You can't have these Scottish guys on. They just derail everything.
Slap the
It's
parental
crazy.
advisory sticker on the video tonight.
But well, Paul, you know what? Paul, I think we can kind of get to this because you're born 10 years exactly before me. So I think we need to find who was born in 2001 that matches us. I think.
Yeah, well, the next crazy bastard. Who is he? Who is he gonna be?
Yeah, I found that amazing when I found that out. We were exactly 10 years apart. It's great.
So are you drinking beer in your glass?
No, this is cola. Diet Coke.
No,
Coke. No, sorry, not Diet Coke. Coke Zero. I've got to watch my figure. You know, I need to stay fabulous.
Oh my! These I mean, the English guy, the UK guys at McDonald's and Coca-Cola.
Fuck this shit! I'm getting a beer.
Chris, I'm out of here. People candy ass and they'll go get a beer.
Fuck this! I'm opening a beer too.
So James is milk and cereal and a cola.
It's German though.
No, Coke Zero. As I said, I'm watching my. Coke Zero. As I said, I'm watching my figure.
Well, you put cola in milk, you'll be watching something in a little bit.
Gotta watch that corn figure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. I'll be able to weld the Titanic back together with my.
You won't have to worry about just being lactose tolerant. And as you guys all heard there, we also have Tom in from Missouri. So Tom, go ahead and introduce
Howdy! I'm the shy, quiet one. I'm working on a dogfish head Palo Santo Marron. I did a video before I got on here, so this is what I've got left of it.
Nice. You've been running the dogfish head for a bit there.
A couple weeks ago, they came to town, and I bought a bunch. And since I blew my entire month of beer budget, I'm working on the rest of them.
There you go. And Tom has his channel, The Beer Whisperer. You got a blog too, right, Tom?
Isn't it kind of funny that
Tom,
the word whisper is there? Whisper.
I got the name, an ironic name because obviously I do nothing quiet. So.
It's like a big guy called Tiny, you know.
Yeah, see, that's it. Yeah.
Don't let my name fool you.
Speaking of Tiny, we got Dan from Canada.
Yes.
I resemble that remark.
Just realised I got a crack voice.
That wasn't nice, was it?
I resemble that remark. God, thank God I had 2 shots of Irish cream first joining this damn show.
This is another good panelist to be on because of his indecisiveness to drink the Labatt's company. Anything owned by Labatt's, anything. Yeah, so.
I'll still drink the Labatt's company. I recycle it back into their vats afterwards.
You
it is
piss in
piss
their
water,
own...
isn't it?
Well, go ahead and introduce yourself and your channel and stuff.
Well, I'm Dan. We're known as PK from boozereviews.ca. I'm smeared all over the internet. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Pornhub has me up on their sites and everything. You know, it's one of those things.
What angle?
The angle that you just don't want to see.
Fish headache. What?
Wide lens. Very wide lens.
So what are you drinking tonight, Dan?
I'm drinking Andy's Wee Heavy Scottish Ale tonight.
Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah, the accent was pretty brutal, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, but yeah, that's bad.
The Scottish man actually tell you.
How to brutalize something with a Scottish man on here. Yes, I have succeeded.
It sounded a bit like Shrek on ecstasy or something like that, you know?
Well, that's very
a little bit, maybe Shrek on Valley. I'm a little bit slower, I think.
I don't know how to pronunciate in Scottish. What can I say?
So, I have no idea who else may pop in on here, but so tonight's topic, I called it "Are you politicizing my beer?"
Oh shit! Wrong show.
I was reading the article in one of the other groups, and it got into the whole Constellation Brands and Ballast Point And I don't know if you guys saw that stuff with the Paul Ryan type situation where one of the PACs, whatever, is affiliated with them, donated to Paul Ryan's campaign, and people are now boycotting Ballast Point, and they're bothered by it. And people are saying, well, did that really affect how you'll drink a beer or not? Or do you just drink it if it's still good? You don't worry about those kind of things. So what are your guys' thoughts around that?
If the beer's good, I'll drink it.
Mm-hmm.
I typically don't buy Ballast Point because they're too damn expensive. I don't particularly care for Paul Ryan, but if the beer was that outstanding, I'd probably buy it. It's more price for me. I think there are beers of equal quality that I can buy for less money than Ballast Point. I think they're overhyped.
I agree with that. I think they're overrated on their beers. On some of them,
yeah, they're way the hell overrated.
Yeah. I know
Paul Ryan is.
Paul Ryan is the majority leader in Congress.
Oh, him. I know who he is. He's an arsehole, him.
I personally call him growing up Eddie. I personally call him growing up Eddie Munster because he reminds me of Eddie Munster.
Yeah, I mean he's got no moral compass at all.
Don't insult Butch Patrick.
That's right. Yeah, leave Butch alone, man.
He's a little bit scary. Could he not be like a clone of Hitler or something? He looks like a test tube baby.
He has similar policies.
He looks like he came out of the factory.
He looks like a Nazi experiment, honestly. Jeez. He's a bit scary.
Well, he's got similar views, I'll tell you that.
Nazi experiment.
Did we learn from Spicer we are not going near any Nazi references?
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about Spicer. Well, where's Jay? We need Jay out here to defend Spicy.
That reminds me of when we were first trying to have kids back in the day, and I told my wife at the time that I was injecting essence of German Shepherd into my nuts so I could create werewolves. I think it worked.
Funny.
I bet John Holton did not see that coming, did you?
You've seen the proof.
It's all in the pushing.
But so some people have taken a stance where they were not, in Constellation, and then it was like a matter of who was donating what, and people are getting all deep into on some of the Facebook groups and some of the websites have covered part of it. Last year, I had actually stopped drinking Yingling for a while because they came out and they supported Trump in the run for president. And they took somewhat of a backlash as well on some of their stuff. I just saw another one out in Sacramento, and they came out against saying stuff about the Women's March, and they got to a point where they closed their doors because they couldn't take the abuse they got from doing it. They were too small of a brewer to really make a statement. So when you get into politicize some of these beers, you run the risk of really, if you're not big enough to handle it, you run into trouble.
Well, there's two things about that. One is, if you're a brewer, do you want your sales hurt by your mouth? Yes or no?
I would.
And then if you do hurt your sales by your mouth, are you going to be a pussy and apologize for it, or stand up and be like, no, that's what I think. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself.
Well, you have to take the consequences one way or the other, whether you accept it or whether you apologize. But you can't. What you can't do is go on TV and say, "Well, people are treating me unfair." No, you chose to speak out. No, you chose to have a public opinion. So now you have to take whatever happens, good or bad.
Yeah. That's the thing is, you are allowed in this country legally to say whatever the fuck you want to, but you're not saved from a reprisal. You have to man up and own up for what you do.
And that's the part that so many don't understand. There can be consequences.
And that's
personal responsibility for your own actions.
I've always said, you can always say it, and the market will respond in kind. So if you say something that people don't like and they stop buying your stuff, that's going to be the consequence of your action there.
Like, for instance, I'm sure I can offend 100 people a day easy. I'm really good at that. And most of the time, I believe everything I say, and I'm not really that. I don't apologize. Here's the thing: if I was a brewer, and it doesn't matter what it is, there's always these sons of bitches that want to stand behind something. They got to join in, stand behind something. They might not even know what the hell they're doing or why they're doing it, but they got to stand behind something and be offended by something and this and that. Now, I don't know why humans have to do that. I don't know. It's called.
They want to be in. They want to be part of the in crowd. They want to have that.
Yeah.
I agree with you, PA. I really do. People want to be followers and joiners. People want to be part of something trendy rather than being original. Nobody has an opinion of their own anymore. It's all
no, and they're scared to have an opinion.
Just a bunch of followers and posers.
Oh,
if you voice your opinion against the masses, you're just gonna get crushed. And some people are terrified by that idea, and I just don't give a shit.
Funniest thing I ever saw was
I'm kind of in your boat. If you've seen my videos, you get it. But yeah, you gotta take a stand, whether it's popular or whether it's not.
Right.
Any publicity is good publicity in a way.
That's right. It is true.
Yep.
That's true.
One of the funniest things I ever saw was on Showtime, and I don't know if you ever saw like Penn and Teller's bullshit. So they got a show where they would like challenge different things and basically call bullshit on it. When they went to a protest one time, and everybody was protesting, and so they decided to come up with to get a petition for people to ban water. So they were basically calling it dihydrogen oxide, how bad it was. Everybody had to take it, otherwise they would die, and blah, blah, all this stuff. And they're getting people signing off. They had no idea they're signing off against taking H2O or water or anything. They kept giving them different stuff, and these people were they just wanted to be a part of it and just jump in and sign on it as well. So, and we see that with a lot of stuff in the public, not just like the beer politics, but politics.
Craft beer are full of the most pussified idiots I've ever met in my life. Craft beer is just full of retards that are completely worthless, completely terrified of everything, has to do, like the whole, I don't know, they're just full of idiots. It's great. It's hilarious.
And now it's time to say all views are expressed of the individuals making these views.
They are. And you can't deny these hipsters, little thing. They're just full of idiots.
I am a non-censor.
I agree, PA. I mean, I've said similar things. I mean, you've got people that just
without a clue
about everything. I mean, I've said in the past, I'm not a fan of the term craft beer because as soon as you say craft or artisanal, it invites all the pretension rather than just drink beer. And you've got, I'm not going to knock all hipsters, but now you've got hipsters. Hipsters are like the old phrase, born on third base and thought they hit a triple. They act like they invented craft beer when it's guys my age and older that kept seeking out better beer long before the term craft beer even existed.
Right. Well, yeah, you see some stuff where people are drinking Schwartz beer now and they think it's brand new type thing. Like, no, that was done.
Yeah. Have you heard of this new black lager? Yeah.
Germans have known about that for long.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
And I'm kind of an oddity in craft beer right now because I actually work for a brewery and I have no facial hair or tattoos or piercings. Yeah, it should have been a funnier joke. But
it's just a bunch of people.
Irony, but y'all missed it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people there. They're all
have you walked into craft breweries lately? I mean, everybody's tattooed and pierced.
I have tattoos.
I got tattoos. I got pierced.
I don't have a tattoos. I'm just saying, most people. I am an oddity in the craft beer world right now.
I got a beard.
I have tattoos.
Yeah.
I have tattoos. I'm not going to chain like I could just picture a bunch of craft beer lovers chained around a big oak tree by their big hoop earrings, chained together with hand-woven clothes and patches and girls' jeans. For some reason, they can't buy boys' jeans. You got to buy girls' jeans. And they have heady toppers, and they're crying that the tree's going to get cut down and all this, and there's going to save a whale at some point in time, and this, and then like this is the people that are the face of craft beer now. These whinging little pussies that have no identity. They can't even tell what gender you are. Do you have a dick? You're a guy. That's your gender. Just deal with it. Like, that's how that works. You're like, I don't care who you have sex with. It's not a big deal. Don't make it a big deal. It's cool. I'm fine. I don't care if you wear girls' jeans. I got panties somewhere in my house. I don't know whose they are, but I have somewhere.
I mean, I think
pick them up.
I'm sure I woke it up drunk sometimes and put on my wife's underwear by accident. Went to work. We're cool, man. We can hang out. I don't give a shit. We just share everybody here as long as you're paying. I'm good. Like we just need to fucking chill out.
It's just the thing. It's the thing generally now, though, isn't it? It's like there has to be a label on everything.
Everything needs defined. Everything needs a label.
It must be defined. It's like there's just so much offense at everything. It's just I kind of agree with that.
And I mean like this. I mean I've been into metal for I don't even know how long. I'm pretty old at this point in time. But back then it was like 2 styles of metal. Then it was 5 styles of metal. Now there's 27 styles of metal because everyone has to be different. It has their own little niche and their own little clique and their own little identity and this and this. It's the same thing with craft beer. It's just like, whoa, calm down, guys. You know, it gets a little crazy, and everybody gets offended by everything. And I'm offended that they're offended because it offends me. I'm offended.
But you can't say offended one more time.
I'm offended too.
I'm offended. I'm offended.
Damn it, you did.
I'm offended.
I'm actually drinking Great Lakes. I didn't say what I was drinking earlier. Grandis Logus Lager, their newest lager. It's kind of got a nice pink look to it. It's like champagne or something.
I'm drinking.
It is the new champagne of beers.
There you go. Well, we had one before.
Well, I'm going to jump up and get another beer, but I warn y'all I'm not wearing any pants, so I hope you don't see anything.
Well, hopefully you're wearing a
Thanks for the warning.
As Eric holds his mouth.
Warning, Tom. Warning next time.
Yeah, when you look at the whole thing around the whole politicizing, because even like over in the UK, right? So you guys have Yellow Belly. And like people over here get offended by Yellow Belly because they're going to blah blah blah. They're going to make the clan stronger. But like, do you even know what's in the beer? Like, when the beer didn't even make fun of the clan, and the reason was to actually draw attention to them being basically cowardly freaks that go around tormenting people type thing. But just the idea of the look of it of people.
I think there's more of a storyline into it. So once you understand the story, then it makes sense.
Right. But people don't get past the rapper. You see the rapper, they're like, that's a clan beer. It's like, no, it's not a clan beer. Unless you're saying it's making fun of the man.
That's the thing. I remember that's what Darwin did with his review when he did it. He did the whole clickbait thing, KKK beer. And it's kind of, on the Swedish, like the course is very, very left wing, should we say? And it's kind of like I think it's the whole thing. The Swedes and stuff just don't give a shit about that. They just kind of thought, oh, it's cool, we'll just do it.
Yeah,
that's how they look at it. It's just kind of they don't care.
I'm drinking a beer that's about 15-minute walk from me, from Northern Monk.
Oh, nice.
This looks like Assassin's Creed on the can.
Yeah, it's that's their standard logo.
It is. How about that?
New World IPA. It's what is it? Yeah, obviously an IPA. 6 points.
He's quick.
I like saying the obvious.
There's 3 letters on here. The IPA.
I should be on an aeroplane or something.
Yeah. Keep going. We get
2 o'clock in the morning for him. Give the guy a break.
With quickness like that.
That's high. Yeah, you're right. I should not be messing with Craig. It is late.
I'm drinking out of a coffee cup because.
What time did you start drinking, Craig? What time did you start drinking today?
On the train on the way up. About 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock, okay.
And
what time is it there now? So it's like
just about 1 o'clock in the morning there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So not doing too bad.
I'm impressed.
That's the thing I love about the trains back home is you can sit and get rat-arsed on the train. In Sweden, you're not allowed to do that. In as soon as you go across the bridge into Denmark, they don't care.
Well, you're not supposed to do that in America, but it happens. So was there anything that would like piss you off where you wouldn't buy a beer, political wise, or they came out endorsing a candidate, or
most breweries supported Hillary, and I still drink almost every one of them, so I'm done. I'm good. I'm cool. You know, it's like I'm not gonna hold it against people. They can make whatever decision they want to. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's a beer. Who cares?
No.
You know, there's probably shit tons of breweries out there that I would really want to beat their head brewer to death with a hammer if I knew how he really was. But I'll still drink their beer. Like, I don't care.
Sorry about the ass, but can you make me a beer real quick?
You know what I mean? Like, well, hey, this is a great beer. I'm sorry. I'll write your kids that you're, just crap because you're dead now. But like, other than that, it's like the beer's good. I don't.
Friendship is blossomed.
Does the corporate sponsor, like, does the head office sponsor of the company make the beer good or bad? Does the head brewer technically make the beer bad by touching it with his hands when he brewed it, even though he's a piece of shit? No, it doesn't. The beer's good or the beer's bad. That's it. If you go, oh, fuck me, I mean, that was a bad beer. I mean, that's a bad beer. But if you're like, oh, it's this is all proceeds go to Putin. Well, I mean, I guess Russia's winning because I'm drinking it. You know what I mean?
I'm coming over my ruples now.
Yeah, this is happening.
Yeah, I think some people look at it where their dollars may be going though, so the impact is more like on a smaller crapper, like the brewery in Sacramento. To find the name of them, they were too small to do it, so people started pulling their dollar. You're in Northern California, so you get the wrong calls out there, you're done. Versus if you're like
you breathe the wrong way in Northern California, you're done.
Or if you're Yingling and you got the company behind you, it's a little bit different than what these guys are doing. So you got to know your environment too, and you got to know your people. Like, why would you want to piss off the people that are going to buy your stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with taking a stand, but you have to accept the consequences, whatever they are. And you've got to be man enough to say, hey, I made the decision, I've got to come. And so, like those homophobes with the pizza joint, then they cried and pissed and moaned at their business went away. Well, you jackasses started it.
Right.
You want to have an opinion, but don't cry and piss and moan that people aren't shopping with you anymore.
Look at this as a business. Okay, they say, now I don't know about this is true because there's a lot of closets out there and people like the, purple dildo. But the thing is, there's a lot of, they said, look, 1 out of 4 people, human beings in America are homosexuals, right? Can you think now, do your math and think about how much business that probably is for you every day. And think about how much money you're going to lose because you're a piece of it, blah, blah, blah. Because you had to go and be offended by this because of this or because of that. So now you just lost a whole quarter of at least a quarter of your business.
Right.
For the whole
year. There's 8 of us on this panel, so which 2 of you are gay?
It's me.
You said 1 out of 4, so I'm just curious which 2 of you are gay.
I'm no woman, but Paul's one tasty dish, So.
Yeah, it depends. I'm only gay when I'm taking it. I'm not gay when I give it. There's a difference.
Some can have
Paul,
some can have a wife.
When you're catching and not pitching, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm usually just catching and pitching. James and I usually switch back.
You're only gay if you're catching. You're not gay if you're pitching.
I mean, I'm no woman, but I have to admit, Paul is a pretty tasty dish.
Yes, I am. And the thing is, from the back, I'm very hairless, so all you see is hair and a great ass. So I mean, they just jump on like a train. I get railroaded.
Damn, I'm so glad I drank for this.
People with this one, boy. We're gonna get on a watch list of some kind.
For dance and stuff here.
Dan's been pretty quiet over here.
For some reason, I feel almost pretty bad for people because I just don't get offended. I can't do it. I don't know what would actually offend me. I have no idea. I know there's some things that piss me off, but offended like that, the idea of offended, I'm offended by that. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no. I mean, like,
I'm with you, man. I agree.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Yeah.
So, if a day you slap you with a white glove, would that offend you?
Yeah.
It might hurt you.
Do a deal.
Yeah.
There might be a brick or two in there too, but you know, it's one of those.
I just slapped me. I'm kind of offended by
that. One time I said something to my ex, and she said that she was going to punch me in the face, and I said, I haven't had sex in years. Whatever, touch me. I don't care. Punch me in the face, whatever. That's physical contact. That's still something, at least. Like, let's do this.
But you could have took a United Airline and you'd be good to go.
I tell you, I mean, like to get manhandled by two muscular men in uniform. I'm pitching a tent right now. I'm just saying. There we go.
As long as it's not the TSA folks, hey.
Oh, the TSA folks. Don't even get me started on the TSA folks.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
I saw that 4-minute video of what they did to that little kid. It was like, are you kidding me?
So yeah, politics and beer. We're really rocking it tonight.
Yeah, the next time I'm
about the politics around beer.
So when I go through that thing and it takes a picture of me, there's a big old ribbon that says "Eat Me" on it.
Yeah. Exactly.
I want to do the same thing, like for that kind of stuff. I want to do the same thing that Spinal Tap did.
What does it go to?
And leaves little green goo.
The cucumber.
Cucumber with foil.
Cucumber wrapped in foil. Yeah.
So here's a question for you guys. So how many people actually stopped buying Yuengling after, let's say, the Olympics, when Obama made a bet about sending beer to our prime minister if he lost?
You have a prime minister?
That's the pretty guy, right?
He's younger than I am. I have a prime minister that's younger than me. That's really sad.
Stephen Trudeau.
I don't think that outraged anybody, really.
No.
It wasn't as big. It wasn't as big as when he brought Eric Trump to the plant. That's what got people upset.
It's illegal. It was illegal at the time to be outraged by anything that Obama did. It was probably like illegal or something. Like, oh, you can't. Just let him do whatever he wants to do.
But in hockey, it's like world leaders do that shit all the time. So I don't think that was a big thing there.
No, I banned. I boycotted Yuengling. The first time I tasted it. Yeah, that's what it was.
Paul's MPA, so
yeah. That's when I boycotted that.
I used to drink Yuengling all the time and stuff.
The old joke about the guy that invented the cookie that tastes like pussy. So here, taste this. Tastes just like pussy.
What?
Guy takes a bite. He says, "Oh, that tastes like shit." Well, turn it over. Yeah,
yeah, turn it around.
Turn it over, man.
It's always on my channel. It's always on my channel.
Apparently,
tastes like shit. Turn it around.
I just got a messenger notice from Chad that he's basically trolling me in the comments. I was like, awesome. It's about someone's turn to troll me. Usually I troll them. So that's good. I like that.
You deserve the attention.
Oh, I just saw him pop up there. He said, let Paul in, or Dan. I don't know. I don't think it looks like a furry butt on your face, Paul.
That's right.
Hello there, Chad.
Hey, Eric, I agree with you.
Hey, Chad.
I agree, Eric.
It's almost like how Paul and I joined Chad's channel last night. I mean, he let us in there too. I don't know why.
I was there. I don't remember that.
Briefly, I think you were.
That's right. I drank almost a case of beer.
Oh, that's why you. Yeah, okay, I can see that.
I just told him I was sitting there. I was like, I think I drank too much on first shift, and I looked over here and I picked the camera up, and there was like 14 or 15 beers that were empty, and they're like, God damn! I'm like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm usually like a 1 beer to 3 beer maximum kind of guy, and I was like, I don't know what's going on anymore. My life is out of control. I'm gonna keep doing this. I started with KBS and finished with a whole 12-pack, so I was having a good time.
So the KBS kicked you off.
Cheers, man.
Said, Paul likes the French Saison from Yuengling, so.
You like to be tickled fresh style.
Are they limiting KBSs everywhere?
So I haven't actually heard of any. Well, I mean, I've heard of a couple places that have got a limited supply. It was like, well, 1 4-pack per customer and stuff. But you can get it at almost every store here now.
Okay.
A 4-pack or a bomber. Don't buy bombers, guys. It's not a good price.
Well, I saw someone had it for $29.99. Someone put it online, $29.99 at one of the stores, and they were limited in a one bottle.
If you only have bombers, obviously you're gonna have to buy a bomber. But if you get almost twice the beer with a 4-pack for the same amount of money,
how much are a 4-pack?
You know what I mean? Like 4-packs are $24.
Okay.
And bombers are 20.
So
you get 22 ounces, and then the other one is 48 ounces or whatever. I can't even do math right now. I'm too drunk. But you know what I mean? Like, there you go. I'm too tired. That's it. Whatever. Drunk, tired, same thing.
That's pretty good. I mean, like when I got KBS over in Sweden, it was like 70 crowns. So that's like £6.50. So maybe about $10 for a bottle. That's actually not bad.
Yeah, the one I just got. That's not bad. The one I got yesterday was $7.99. It's actually the first time I actually bought it because I don't wait in line for shit. I don't go down hunting down shit. And this happened to be in the store, and they're like, "Oh, you got KBS?" They're like, "Yeah, we got it in. You want one?" Sure, but they didn't do a thing like they see like, how many do you want? I'm like, just one's fine, but I know some places are limited how many people can buy.
Yeah,
some people I was like, that's just robbery.
Some people call it lazy. I call it passive. I'm a passive beer geek. I let beer come to me. I don't go to beer. I let beer come to me. That's
That's right. I do the same thing. I will not stand in line for a damn thing.
Well, we got 5,300 breweries, right? So how many beers do breweries put out? Why the fuck would I wait in line for just one of something when there's so many beers out there? And you can find other ones that can
that's
just
the point. Yeah, I mean, I won't stand in line for anything.
Yeah.
I think a lot of folks do it again, like Paul was saying earlier about wanting to follow, wanting to join something. You know, people want to take your picture. Oh, look at me! I stood in line for 4 hours to get this beer that nobody really gives a rat's ass about, but people as shallow as I am.
And they do take pictures. I do see them on Instagram.
Well, I mean,
a lot of
limited beer, this is another thing. The dark side of beer tubing geekiness or whatever, beer geekiness, is you have the fucknuts that will take them, and they will take every family member they can get and stand in line because you're only allowed 2 bottles per person, but they have their whole family that will buy the extra 2 bottles. So at the end of the day, they have 16, 17, 18, 20 bottles, and then they don't even drink it. They just use that to get more whale searchers. I'll trade you this. I'll trade you that. And they don't even drink it. They don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Some of them do it just to sell it later. So, yeah.
Yeah, and they sell it on eBay or whatever. And basically they fucked everybody else in line because of that, because of this, like, little thing that they have. And it's just like, again, ball peen hammer into your face. I mean, it's just one of those things.
And from Paul,
I couldn't agree more, man.
Paul just broke down.
I could not agree more.
I'm taking down the walls with my ball peen hammer.
We're building walls or taking down walls.
Yep. I'm going to take down this wall and build the other
Man, a beer and a ball peen hammer. That's the name of your blog, man.
Yep.
A man, a beer, and a ball peen hammer.
That brewery in Sacramento, it is 12 rounds. So that's the one they're leaving the business following the backlash over their controversial comments.
So Albino Rhino actually sent in a couple of comments here. He can vouch that he's a cheap drunk.
5,300 hairs on his toes. What the hell?
You wait in line for Paul? Oh, you're being called hardcore here tonight, man.
My asshole has bigger lines than most beer fucking releases. I mean, I'm a high commodity.
I think some of the viewers are in for the jokes. I hope.
It's not a joke. I don't joke. Especially when I'm wearing
not a group for the easily offended.
Yeah, especially if I got my French maid outfit on or my Marianne outfit from Gilligan's Island, they just line the fuck up.
Marianne? No. I've got to start getting my passport. Sorry, guys.
Yep. That's called Dan has what we call priorities, and they are sorted.
I guess.
Wait, it's a long weekend. I'll forget by Monday.
We lost Craig. You must have fell asleep.
Yeah. That's unusual for Craig as well. Like he's like the most night hockey person.
I was gonna say last time Craig and I talked, we talked until like 4 or 5 in the morning my time.
Oh yeah, he's pulled all nighters and our stuff before.
Yeah.
I think those fresh
Yeah,
weighed him down tonight.
Yeah, he'll be having fun with all the other guys at that festival in Leeds.
Oh, he's got to be burnt out. He's got to be.
I'm sure.
Yeah, he'll be.
And his tasting's got to be starting to get burnt out. So it's good that he go to bed, like make your mouth feel better in the morning, and then you can drink again.
Well, he said he just opened a beer, so I don't know if he.
He'll probably wake up. He'll probably wake up and wonder why his front's wet tomorrow.
Yeah, I've done that.
Oh shit, that's the Gary spill.
How many times have you woken, like, opened a beer and then passed out? Like, I've done it. I know I've done it.
I've come back downstairs after a heavy night of drinking going, I had 3 beers open. Why?
Yeah,
I
like
can't
what?
remember.
Yeah. I remember I did Sukaba, and I was so drunk I don't remember drinking at all. And then Christina, my wife at the time, she picked up the rest of a full glass of it, and Joe, right before Joe was like, no, she dumped it right in the drain. He's like, he's like, he would have drank that when he got up. And then I did the same thing. I reviewed the Bourbon County brand barley wine. Don't remember reviewing it. And I got downstairs and I was like, this was like 2 days later. I'm like, oh wait, I think I know what that is. There's a full glass of beer in the basement in the cellar, and I'm like, oh shit, it's this beer. I'm like, I'm drinking it. I drank it, and you know what? It was delicious. It was absolutely delicious. 2 days later, it was delicious. You know, I was like, there's no bugs. I don't see any. You know, there's no snake wrapped around it hissing at me. I'm drinking it. This is doing it.
Nobody hot the loogie in it.
No one survives when they go down to my basement. Well, they certainly never come back out. But you know what I mean, and that's it's nice. You know,
you like the scene from Pulp Fiction. You'd be like the Gimp.
Oh, yeah. Not the
Bring out the Gimp.
So I don't know what the hell you did.
Go to your basement, they become the Gimp.
You're not going into the Gimp scene.
Well, you know, getting back to the one thing that you guys were talking about, what do you each of you, do you have a brewery you don't buy from for a political or socially acceptable, challenging, blah 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 reason, and not just because the beer sucks?
Minhas.
No, for me, it's either beer sucks or price. That's the only thing that's going to stop me from buying. If you're way too high, if you're overpriced, or your beer just sucks. But yeah, for the most part, you got to be extremely offensive. I mean, if you did commercials wearing KKK garb, no, I'm not going to ever buy it from you. But I mean, you would have to get that extreme for me to quit buying it from you.
Yeah. Like I said, I stopped drinking Yingling for a while, and then we went out to our anniversary dinner a couple weeks ago, and I was like, they got Black and Tan on tap. I always liked that one, so I went ahead and had it, you know.
Pennsylvania Mudwater.
Yeah. So I had it there at the restaurant. I don't go out and look for it like Ballast Point, like Tom brought. I don't buy Ballast Point, not because of their political view. I just think they're overrated for the most part. Occasionally, I'll try
something. They're overrated, they're overpriced, they're overhyped.
Yeah, so occasionally.
I like Sea Monster. I do like Sea Monster.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had a Ballast Point beer.
I like a lot of their stuff, but I think there's comparable beers that are less money.
I think their Sculp is one of the better IPAs out there. And I'll usually drink that, like if I'm at a bar, like I'll get a pint of it or something there. I just don't usually go out and buy it in the store because they're more overpriced in the store. Which is weird because we have some bars here where it's like our happy hour is like half price, so you get like a $3 pint of Ballast Point or these other great beers. And it's like, fuck, I don't gotta go to the store. I got a good deal right here. So
Anyone wants to buy this off me, it's $15 a bottle.
Whoa, that's $15 a bottle?
No, actually, it's $26 for a 6-pack, but it's still fucking expensive.
Whoa. That's $26.
No, it's a Canadian.
Canadian,
yes. $1.30. $1.30. It's okay.
God damn it. Bring it down to American dollars.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, you. Oh, Jesus, fuck.
Yeah.
Our American viewers are like, what the hell? Why would he?
Dan's out of here. That's it. We've offended Dan now. He's done.
We pay more in tax than they actually. You know what I mean? Like that, just in tax than what their beer costs in Canada. It's.
But James pays a lot in Sweden, I think, for a lot of the beers he has to get.
Not really. I mean, well, the thing is, I guess the prices that you get beers for in the States are really, really cheap, but we earn a lot more money than you guys over here. I mean, the minimum wage here is like 150 crowns, so it's like an hour here is the minimum wage, something like that.
Yeah.
What was an hour you said?
I think I'll tell you just now. Let me put, because it's like 125 crowns or 150 crowns depending on what your job is. Let me just see.
Yeah, they
USD.
The Norway and stuff, they do it right because there's no like
they actually get stuff back with their taxes.
They don't really have like the social programs and stuff like welfares and this and stuff like that. So you don't have to be paying for all this and paying for all that like all the time and stuff. So
oh yeah, the minimum wage in Sweden is about $17 US.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
But
so your taxes.
So they got to think, but they got
our taxes aren't all that much. I mean, it's about 30% tax.
Yeah, it's because they don't have a lot of social programs taking money out of your pocket. That's the thing. They don't have a lot. You have to survive on your own. If you lose your job or whatever, or lose this, you better fucking find another one. Because there's no, you know what I mean? That's the thing. But it's good. It works. And people are productive, motivated. They make a lot of money, and the women are hot. I don't know how that works with money, but the women are hot, so that works. So as long as the women are hot.
No, in Sweden you get pretty much everything.
Except for Stockholm, because all the women are lesbians. But other than that, they're hot, so that's good. So you can't get the pussy, but you can watch. You can watch. That's good. That's all right. It's all that matters. You can watch.
I could just recall going, okay, Sweden porn, lesbians. What the hell?
I had a girlfriend when I was younger. I had a girlfriend from Borlänge, Sweden.
Had.
Yep. Hey, it's a hell of a distance. It's a hell of a distance.
But what if beer is like always part? Like politics was always part of beer. I mean,
yeah.
No matter what.
If you went back to George Washington, like he brewed at the White House. Well, not the White House wasn't built yet, but he brewed on his vineyards.
Well, back in the Washingtons and stuff, they had the first in Pennsylvania. They had the Rye Rebellion. I mean, they were having a version of prohibition back then with alcohol.
Right.
They were actually burying
beer.
But yeah, they were burying whiskey in the sides of the roads and trying to hide it from people because they were coming in to steal the beer or ruin it because taxes and bullshit and politics. So, I mean, this is something that's been going on since the birth of America, and it's been going on. The taxation and politics started the whole Irish beer movement with stouts because of taxation. You know, if you roasted it and you malted it, then you didn't get taxed, and that's how stouts got going. So this stuff is hundreds of years old. Yeah. If not over 1,000 years old.
Well, beer itself, thousands of years, but just on the American forefront.
There's the political bullshit.
I mean, the strangest tax laws for beer I've ever come across are the Japanese ones. Like, I mean, to buy a pint, like a 500 milliliter glass of beer in Japan is about 1,000 yen. And it doesn't matter what the alcohol content is. A 10% beer in a bar is the same price as one that's like 5% or something like that. But you can buy a bottle of sake, which is sake for about 1,500 yen, and I think it's about $1 US per 100 yen. So for $15, you can get a bottle of sake that's 15-16% for the same price as one pint.
Did you say 1,000 yen?
1,000 yen, yeah.
I just did a conversion on it. It says it's like a little over $9.
Yeah, 1,000 yen is what you'll pay in for like a craft beer in a bar in Japan.
I would pay $10 for a 10% craft beer.
$9 US, I should say.
Yeah, I would $9 US for a 10% craft beer in Japan. I don't know I think if I went to Japan, they would know who I am, they would know what I want, and they would take me off the plane and put me in jail. That's it. They would just do that. They're like, no, you can't. Fuck you. In jail you go. Leave all our Asian women alone and go to jail. And that's what I would stay my vacation in jail. I would get railroaded, and then they'd send me back because I'm terrified. I want to go to Japan, but I'm terrified to go to Japan because I don't know if I can handle it. I don't know if I want to go back. I'm like, oh, that's amazing. I don't know because I don't know how he left. Like, he actually left Japan. He was there, and then he left. I'm like, how'd you do that? Oh, you got a girlfriend though. You brought something back with you technically. I mean, I don't know if she's just visiting you right now or she was visiting you. I don't know if that's how.
Yeah, she's gonna move to Sweden. I think next year. I think probably next summer. She's gonna move because I need to do a little bit of time in England. Then she moves here and stuff. And yeah.
Well, you're going in June, right? You're going to England.
Yeah, I go to Japan in June to August, and then I start in England for 2 semesters for September, and then it's back to Sweden. So yeah.
So she likes Sweden. You guys both. Sweden is your place now. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy here, and I'm getting pretty good at the language as well, which is just quite good. So yeah, it would take her a little bit longer because Japanese is just crazy, and you know. She's having to learn like a third language through her second language, which is kind of crazy as well. So it's good. I mean, what you guys, if you're ever interested in a European beer festival, Copenhagen Beer Festival is awesome, and so is the Gothenburg Beer Festival.
I want to go. I want to go to Uppsala and see the old temples and stuff. Uppsala, Sweden.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So that's.
So awesome. What was that, Eric?
I wouldn't mind going to Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Copenhagen's awesome. That's one of the best. Copenhagen's one of the best beer cities in the world. Like some of the, I've had some of the kind of hyped American beers, and I can honestly say that some of the ones that are coming out of Copenhagen are better than some of the hyped American beers.
Wow.
Really good stuff out of Copenhagen. But yeah, I would. That's one thing I definitely recommend. CBC Copenhagen Beer Celebration. Get yourself over for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, what are you gonna say?
I'm watching the comments here. Oh my god.
From Albino still?
Oh yes.
Is Albino talking shit again?
I sent him a thing to jump on.
Yeah, he hasn't jumped on because he's stone cold sober. That's why. Bone dry sober.
Don't talk to any of us sober. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Why do you think I had 2 shots? Yeah.
So talking about the political stuff, away from actual politics, kind of, although it is still kind of political. So I shared a piece earlier today where the Brewer Association announces plans to crack down on offensive and sexist beer labels. Do you think that's like getting into too much of a censorship, or do you think that's
getting too much into a censorship? Okay,
I think so. I mean, you know, if you're offended by the label, turn your eyes or don't buy the beer.
Yeah.
But don't make people change your name because you're a big all candy ass.
Seriously, you have stuff like the arrogant bastard. Would that be censored? Probably yes. Will they censor it?
Yeah,
probably no. You have something up here.
Mother's milk. I mean, who draws the line?
You guys know. You guys are sports fans. The Redskins, stuff. This has been going on for a while and different things. It's just like they were saying like, what's our offensive beer labels? What would be offensive? What would be offensive? And I said, well, I'll make a brewery called Battered Wife Brewing Company. You told her twice, double black-eyed ale. Do you think that would be offensive?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Farmer's daughter. I mean, come
double
on.
Double black-eyed PA.
Right there.
In Japan, they've got craft beer bars that are called Yellow Ape, and they don't give a shit. They think it's funny.
They think it's funny. They have a sense of humor. It's really funny. Like,
I was getting to a point now where we're looking at even getting into the Great American Beer Festival, where people that make a beat, they can't use it within their own to market in all kinds of stuff like that. So
I bet you that's where they're going to start at the beer festivals and start banning people from entering their beers, and that's how they're going to start, because they always have to do this insidious inside job first and start where you can't put your beer in the festival, and then they start excluding you and becoming elitist. And you know what? That's how the Nazis started too. So if you want to become like the Nazis. You're going to start burning books? You're going to ban porn?
I thought we were saying about the Nazi comparisons. Stop going to the
next thing you know, you're voting for Donald Trump for president, and you got Mike Pence The biggest homophobe in the world is the vice president, and you're fucked.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like that's how. I mean, this was
It's
banned.
funny,
And that
Albino
was
just
banned,
showed
and
up in
that
that.
Albino Rhino really wants to get his 2 cents in, so you know what? Welcome aboard.
Take it away, brother.
Okay. So I
You have to
actually
give 3 okays. It's going to be a good one.
no. So here we go. Okay. I actually was shared a tweet today that was actually put out. It was a quote from the Brewing Association president, and the quote reads.
I hear Tom yelling.
I got to turn off my cell phone. Okay. As soon as I'm done this, I'm going downstairs to get on my computer and actually drink with you. But anyway, at a press briefing held during the Craft Brewers Conference on Wednesday, the trade organization announced steps to prevent breweries that use the offensive labels and all that. Basically, they're saying that the organization's leader said that they will still allow those breweries using questionable names to participate in its awards, competitions, and join its membership ranks, but noted that winners with offensive names will not be celebrated. So basically what you're saying is it's okay to be as offensive as you fucking want as long as you pay us your membership fees and participation fees, and that's it. So you don't even give a shit that they're being offensive.
You won't be able to use their marketing.
As long as they make their money,
they don't. But you have to pay them still. That's all they care about.
Oh yeah.
In the name of the
You're not
almighty
going to
dollar.
make your beer. You're not going to win, but they'll take your money.
Yeah,
It's like United.
you can technically.
You might get to stay, but you might not. We need that.
And the third place winner was this, and the second place winner was this, and the first place winner not available.
Can't tell you.
We can't. I can't with the information. I gotta go. See you.
The first place winner's getting dragged out right now.
And if you put a 2017 gold medal award, blah blah, they'll sue you. You know what I mean? Like if you put that on your beer label next year, they'll sue you because that's a defamation of the character of the beer awards because you have an offensive label.
That's the American way.
Censorship bullshit. It's freedom of
well, that
speech.
already goes on, and we actually have in Sweden. There actually has been that. I think we talked about this on one of the other hangouts. Clown shoes, tramp stamp. That's called monkish over here because apparently the label's offensive to women.
Well, in Ohio,
let's talk about clown shoes for a second here. Sorry.
Wait a minute. In Ohio, they can't do Sweet Baby Jesus because of the Jesus name. They have to call for Pete's sake.
Yeah, actually, for Pete's sake, it's a different beer.
No, but they can't do Sweet Baby Jesus in Ohio.
So they can't actually sell sweet. They can't sell for Pete's sake because
that's why they came up with.
Yeah, because actually, for Pete's sake, is actually a lot better than Sweet Baby Jesus, and it's a lot more ABV too, which is better too. I like that.
So basically, clown shoes is going to be really offending a lot of people with their labels. I mean, come on.
They actually had to get. They were trying to get muffin top banned because that's offensive to fat women. And I'm like, if you got a muffin top, I'm rocking it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not, I like the thick girls, so that's not offensive to me. That's awesome. Like, cheers to the muffin top.
Who's got that muffin top? What?
I mean,
and that's the thing is how is it muffin? You can go get a Barbie doll, which is completely unproportionate to what a woman could ever be if she wanted to be. But muffin top's offensive. Anorexic, bulimic, muffin top. I don't know. Eat well, drink good beer, have a good life, and get banged because you got cushion for the pushing. I'm liking it. I don't know.
What's next? They're going to ban Fat Bottom Girls by Queen? I don't think so.
He makes the rock and roll go round, man.
Exactly.
They here's a funny random point. They put they actually took Houses of the Holy cover and put it on an explicit child pornography thing because it shows little cherub girl people and you can see their butts. So that's actually somewhat banned now. They have to ban that now.
You gotta be shit.
Yep, Houses of the Holy cover. Yep, they gotta ban that. That's banned now.
It's a cherub.
Yep. It's kitty cheeky. You can't do that.
Right, I'm heading out. Take care, guys.
Okay,
it's just a fucking beer label, people.
Yeah,
it's true. I mean, like up here we had a Lighthouse beer that was red. It was a red ale, and on the cover of it, it had a woman that was showing her crack. I've got the original T-shirt for it, and I looked at the label recently. She's wearing a bikini bottom now.
Yeah, you can't do that. It's offensive.
Can't show the crack.
It's subjugating.
Unless you're a plumber, you can't show the crack.
It's subjugating women. That's why women in porn wear high heels, to stand above the oppression. You know what I mean? That's why they do that, because they can stand above the oppression of and misogyny of porn. You know, that's why they wear high heels in pornography. You didn't know that? That's a very good point.
I thought it was to make the short guys look shorter.
No. It's making a statement.
Hey, some short guys had those Amazon women fantasies, so I'm sure that's part of it.
Amazon redheads. I'm done. I'm done.
I like them like 4'1".
I don't need negligees and high heels. I prefer naked. Nothing. No negligee, no high heels. Just come at me.
No, I mean, there's so much stuff that people are so offended by now. Like it's such a politically correct world we live in now. I mean, like you look at 10, 15, 20 years ago, I said in one of my posts, I said a Chinaman, and I got shit for it because it's a slang term now.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Can't say Chinaman. But I've walked up to a person and I said, "Hey, are you actually a Chinaman?" He goes, "Yes, I am." But it's offensive. Yeah,
but who still says that? I mean, it's like Chinese though.
Yeah.
It's like if somebody's taking up to me.
I mean, my flatmate's drug dealer in Aberdeen was called Chinaman.
If somebody comes up to me and says, like Tom's trying to say there, or somebody says, "Hey,
a Negro?"
I was like, "No, I'm not calling. You just don't have any."
Yeah.
People call me a fat bastard.
I think he's a
Thank
Negro.
you. I mean, come on. Is I offended? No, I'm a fat fucking bastard.
I can't remember what brewery it is, but they had a coffee porter, and it was called, I think it was Revolution Brewing Company, something like that. And it's called Bean Picker. Bean Picker. Yeah, it was Bean Picker Brewing Company. Bean Picker. And I was like, that's awesome. And then they changed it to Bean Jean or something like that because it was Bean Picker was offensive. I was like, that's pretty funny. I get it. I get that.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
But at the same time, I think it's awesome.
Well, what you're looking at is really etymology. So over a period of time, words change, and that's what's happening.
Words do, the English language is constantly, or all languages are constantly evolving and changing, and different words are being brought up and put down. Obviously.
And oh, you're muffled there a little bit.
Yeah, what are you doing at that microphone, Albano?
Balls.
Well,
I mean, I
see our good friend Freddie over there.
What are you doing? Are you in Russia?
Yes, I'm in Russia.
Your microphone's a little muffled. That's why we're asking.
Are you fucking that teddy bear again? What are you doing? I read a lot of H.P. Lovecraft. And I mean, this is just a very simple, analogy. But I read a lot of H.P. Lovecraft, and he wrote everything in the 30s. And he says a lot of stuff like that is gay and things are queer and things like. But that means happy. It's like it was a jovial time. This and that. That was the language back then. That means happy, like jovial, happy things like that. But I was like, you say gay and queer now, people have a single mindset. They go, oh, that means that. Now I'm like, no, it really doesn't. You know what I mean? Like. That's your interpretation of an original English word, like an original word. I mean, in England, we all know.
You're trying to apply what words mean now to what they meant back then.
Yeah, exactly. And we all know in England, a fag is a cigarette, a faggot is a bundle of sticks. It still is. You know what I mean? Like, but people.
Can I bum a fag, buddy?
Exactly. You can bum me anytime, buddy. And it's people want to interpret things the way they want to interpret it.
God. Stop laughing, Freddie.
Fucking beat.
Your laughter is starting to offend me.
I gotta tell you, I have to say that I love when Paul's on the panel because then I'm not the craziest guy on the panel.
I'm very
Not gonna deny that.
If there's one guy that might even go farther than me, it's Paul. I love it when he's around.
I am not pushing boundaries right now. I don't think I am.
He's being logical.
I don't think so either, but people tell me I do when I think I'm not.
I think when I got both Paul and Tom on the same panel, I kind of get the feeling of what Howard Stern's manager was like when he was on the radio. Keep your hand near that button in case you
smokes. You guys are on your own.
What do you call
I
him?
think we all need to find ourselves in the same club one of these days and take a, take the poll on how long it's going to take us to get kicked the hell out.
I've been pretty bad, and I've never got kicked out of a bar.
I got out of a bar now. I've never been kicked out of a bar.
I kicked the guy in the balls and took out a table and chairs once, and I still didn't get kicked out.
No.
I'm usually the guy that's
don't worry. He was my buddy. I mean, we were friends. But like, she still didn't kick us out. She came in and she goes, "How did I know it was you?" And I said, "Fuck you," and she walked away. And I never got kicked out. I was really that was back in the bourbon days, though. That wasn't beer days. That was bourbon days. But yeah, I've never get kicked out of a bar. Never do that. I'm very actually the more I'm out of this, the woods. The more I'm out of the woods, the more reserved I get. Generally speaking.
Well,
like, people, I don't know, hide under a bush.
Yeah.
See, I mean, like we've become such a society where everything offends us, and what I love is sending a albino rhino blind man brewing because it doesn't offend him. But at the same point in time, he does make comments on it. But at the same point in time, it's like I'm waiting for people to sit there and go, "Oh my God, you're sending him fucking blind man brewing to a blind man." Yeah, what's your fucking point? It's a goddamn beer.
Yeah.
But he likes the beer, so I mean, I'm gonna keep sending it to him.
Hey, he's gonna drink the beer. Beer's good.
Did somebody tell him what the label said?
Oh, if he squints enough, he can see it. He looks like a retard doing it.
Did somebody tell him what the label said, or did you send him the Braille can?
He just does. Actually, that was pretty awesome.
In all honesty, he does like.
Oh, come on! I gotta get something for the Braille can joke.
Well, think about.
Come on,
Chad, I'll let you handle that one, dude. I'll let you handle that one.
There you go.
The Braille can joke was funny.
I mean, Chad understands. Chad understands. He's self-aware of his issues. Yeah, they're annoying issues to have, but he's self-aware. He gets it. People are gonna make fun of him or this or that or this. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's the thing. Like, it is true. Like, I totally understand, and I don't do it on purpose. It's a good beer to send him, but there's gonna be somebody out there going, "Oh, I'm very offended that you sent him a blind man brewing."
Yeah.
Like,
is he not supposed to drink that beer just because he can't see as well as everybody? It just makes any.
This isn't the same kind of deal, but I had a car that I left up in his place because it broke down, my Jag, and then Chad knows, and he makes fun of me. It was a very painful thing. It was a lot of bullshit. It was a lot of problems. His wife was getting mad. My wife was getting mad. Money issues. I couldn't go get it in a while. I got it, and it's still broke. It's a piece of shit. I'm very angry about it. The whole deal. However, I'm self-aware that I'm going to get made fun of it. And he makes fun of me every time we talk. And you know what? I'm not going to get pissed because why would I do that? That's silly.
Yeah. Talking about the Jag, have you cleaned the door handle yet?
I clean it with my tongue every time I get near it. As soon as you told me that you came on it, I have licked that son of a bitch. I'm telling you what, the chrome is coming off the metal. That's how much I fucking lick it. I'm telling you. I must have like a cat tongue or something. Well, you should know. You felt it on your balls.
Where's that standby button? Standby. We'll be right back.
If you can't joke about something, you're doomed to just get crushed by it.
I can find about humor and mostly everything. Some of you guys are on my Facebook stuff. There's stuff I don't put out there just because I know someone will get offended by it. But that I can make a joke about almost anything out there. It's like you have to have.
If you can't laugh about it, it will crush you.
Yeah,
it's
and
true.
The only way people can feel like they're not being crushed is that they huddle together with weak-minded individuals that can't laugh about it either, and feel like they're in a movement of some kind. Guess what? You're not in a movement. You have no idea about what life is most of the time. You're right out of college, even though you're 38 and you live with your mom the whole time and you're drinking a fucking beer. You don't know anything. You're a fucking idiot. And I don't respect anything you have to say. So go fuck yourself. And
So
in
other words, you're talking about penguins at the very cold season.
Exactly.
Okay, just making sure.
Yes.
Trying to protect their young.
Yeah, they're trying to protect the young. That's the way it is.
I tell you something you don't know. Dan sucks at NHL 17 when I beat his ass.
Oh, fuck, you were ahead by one fucking goal.
He hasn't given me a rematch yet. He keeps ducking me now.
Saturday.
He doesn't like losing.
I don't like losing to. I've been playing that game since 1989.
You've been playing the computer. You got to play actual people.
I play actual people. Yeah,
he's been playing it since 1989 when all you had to do was look at the net to score, and you could have a 35-0 win.
Not gonna lie, that's true. That's so true.
It's still the easiest way to score. Fucking 20 years later, all you have to do is pass the puck across the net, and you almost always score.
The funniest thing about gaming, like I've been gaming forever. Like I gamed from the time 2600 came out. When they came out with Madden, I thought I would never game anything else besides Madden for the longest time. And I actually enjoy NHL more than I do Madden.
It's easy. Well, it's not easy.
Because hockey's better than football.
Yes.
I've never been that far. But I haven't gotten to the fight. Like I got a lot of friends that play FIFA. I'm not a huge FIFA fan, but I do try to watch a little bit more soccer on TV.
It's pretty popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, that FIFA's the big thing over here. It's like,
Eric, you still have to change your shirt. I can't take you seriously with your Freddy Krueger shirt.
Who?
Eric,
Eric.
let us see your fingernails.
I will eat your soul.
Eric, do you have
really Freddy Krueger? Show us all.
Do you have one of those gray hats?
We're all having.
One of those gray fedoras you can put on?
I do not.
That is the Freddy Krueger shirt. I didn't even think about that. See how
Thanks, I'll have a bunch of shit in my comments saying, "Hey, Freddy Krueger."
Yeah, bottles like that blind. So any other political stuff on beer?
Honestly,
yeah. No, not honestly. Let's start lying now.
All right, fine. My mother smells like all the. Oh wait, wrong. No, in all honesty, like we had up here an interesting one, and I hate to call him out on it, but I will. We had our premier show up at one of the local breweries here. And there was people that were outraged by this and offended and everything else. And it was one of those ones where it's like, she's actually showing up. She's actually showcasing a Calgary brewery. And she's making sure that, well, I guess if you look at it one way or another, it's getting the views that people want to see, good or bad. And that brewery has been rocking ever since.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what, there's been a full house at that brewery. They have not been able to keep up with their beers. They have not been able to keep up with the supply and demand, and they've been full, absolutely full. So it was one of those great PR moves done by everybody. But
you got to be talking about Midhouse.
No, actually, I'm not. Fuck, Midhouse can go suck their cocks.
One of them doesn't have one, and she's yeah.
Well, that's debatable, anyways.
Is she one of those ones that if she had one, you wouldn't be surprised?
No brewery pisses off Dan quicker than Midhouse.
You rip off the public, you piss me off.
They have a tour past.
But no, actually, it was Cold Garden. So I mean, Cold Garden actually put up a picture that Notley came in, and yes, she's NDP, and yes, she's raised taxes and all this other stuff. Mm-hmm. But she helped get this brewery popular by showing up, and people actually been buying these beers.
That's a good thing.
It is. But people haven't liked it because all of a sudden the NDP showed up and they're supporting the NDP. If fucking Paris Hilton showed up at a fucking brewery, people will be supporting that shit like there's no tomorrow. What's the difference?
Well,
I would just know that the people that running the brewery would be fucking retards then. Like, oh, you're retards, but also do the beer.
No way to go like it. Not supposed to say the R word.
Well, you know,
I didn't say mentally handicapped. I said retard.
If Paris Hilton is allowed in a brew pub, you know that brewery is skank friendly.
Yeah, that's true. So it's one of those things that
up and somebody might get laid that might not otherwise get laid.
No.
Cheers to skank friendly breweries.
Oh, hello.
Well, I know where I'm putting my next brewery, right near Eric, and I'm going to put it right near fucking,
Is that our bunker brewery we've been talking about when shit starts hitting the fan?
Mm-hmm. Is he part of it?
Yeah. I've already told I've told people online, hey, shit goes bad, I don't make beer, so you better put me in your group.
Got me the next brewery in somewhere in northern Canada. Bunker Brewery. Come for the beer, stay for the fallout.
Yeah. Got our slogan down. I like it.
I like
it. Well, it's true. And as for the Minhas, yes, there is one very attractive person that runs Minhas. I'd rather eat the fucking pizza than drink their goddamn beer, even with her there.
Wow. Who's the best?
Thought you were gonna say him.
I've met the brother. I've seen the brother.
How close?
No. How close?
Yeah.
Are
we talking about like reach around close? Or
we're talking.
How bad did they hurt you? Where do they touch you? Where do they touch you on the doll?
Going to the doll, son. Going to the doll.
We're talking. I had to walk
Go on
Wicks.
the doll where the bad man touched you. You're like this.
Right there. Yeah.
Was that a pony, Paul? Was that a pony?
Never mind.
Yeah,
I happen.
Where the hell did you get a My Little Pony doll?
Paul is a brony.
Yeah.
Mm.
I have 2 daughters, and I have lots of My Little Pony stuff in the house. So there you go.
Was that your comment earlier, Paul, where you said Spicer was a Furby?
A Furby?
Like the because he was playing the Easter Bunny, and somebody said he was a fur animal type thing.
No, a furry. No, I like furries too. Yeah, fucking wolf bitches, hot as shit. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I'm a little bit of a clopper, but I don't want to talk about that right now.
Oh, come on, sure.
People bring it to Urban Dictionary. What is Paul talking about?
Just type it up, clopper. It's a hell of a thing.
Just don't be a fluffer.
Just don't be a fluffer. It's okay, but you can be a felcher. You just gotta tape the fucking gerbil with some duct tape so its guts don't come out. You're okay. It's a little different.
I think I'm gonna have to call it a night, guys. Unfortunately.
What time is it?
It's like
Actually,
it's 3:30.
Yeah.
It's 3:30 for you. Yeah, yeah.
Well, you're already in bed. What do you want?
Are you working tomorrow, James? You guys got to work tomorrow?
No, it's school holiday. It's school holidays here, so.
Yeah, that's what I think. It's Good Friday, so yeah. What the hell you got to do? You might as well stay up.
Oh, what the hell? Well, like, you know, James, it's all right. I've been in bed since noon. Like, you don't get up, do you? You just lay around the whole time.
He's trying to be the next Fabio.
So Vinyl said in the comments earlier.
It just always happens to be that when these hangouts take place, it's
all. But
my
that's the
bed
thing,
is comfier than my
always
desk,
bedtime.
you know?
It's always bedtime.
Nobody
And,
wants to be
yeah, that-
Fabio
that-
unless you really, really, really want to stop a seagull with your face.
No, the best thing to do with seagulls is to actually like take what do you call it? Baking soda, put it in a solution, dip bread in it, and then throw it at them, and then they explode.
Well,
Yeah.
if Fabio
I
had
was gonna
done that,
say,
he
That's
would
what I
still have
learned
a
in
career.
chemistry at school.
You got to force Pepto-Bismol down there, or not Pepto-Bismol, the Pepsid AC or whatever, the stuff that foams up. You shove it, and you go, bye-bye. There you go.
Are you guys trying to get
or the
are
other,
you guys trying to
yeah,
get
but-
Peter
or
on
the
my
other-
channel?
or the other thing you can do is you just wait. You just go to a main road, and when a bus goes past, you throw out a loaf of bread, and then they swarm. Boof. There you
Like,
are.
oh, look, bread. No, there's a bus. Yeah.
If I get Peter comments, I swear to God.
It's all James' fault. It's all. Well, they say, you know, the best laid plans of mice and man Afghan glay. You know what I mean? Like, there you go.
You just say it was the European. Just blame it on that.
Yeah.
They're different in Europe. You know what I mean? You know, we don't like to talk about it anymore, but you know, they're different. And that's it. You know.
Well, they speak the King
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm
or Queen's English.
I'm Scottish and I live in the land of the Vikings, so I'm genetically alcoholic. We'll just blame that on a genetic disability, which is so.
That's what I've been doing for
these days. They can't do
years.
anything.
Yeah, my buddy said thanks for the beers from Japan. So I have to wait to hear. I don't know which ones he's got yet, but he's been searching for them.
No worries.
So far for like Hatashino Nest, the Nest.
Oh,
beers,
Hitachino, yeah. They're a big sake company, so they brew a lot of sake as well. I think they're the biggest.
The only problem is they're expensive here. They're pretty expensive. I mean, they had.
Well, the thing is, that's like I was saying to you. In Japan, it's expensive as well. Like everything is taxed by malt content.
Right.
Rather than just alcohol.
That makes
content,
sense,
so that's why
because they had an oatmeal stout or a milk stout or an imperial stout, one of those, and it was so fucking expensive.
That's why you buy
it was like
for
stupid expensive. It was a big bottle though. It was the biggest bottle I've seen they make, and it was an imperial stout or a milk stout, and I was like $28.
Oh, that would be Nipponia, I think. That would be the Nipponia that they do.
I'm like, I'm not gonna pay. I want to pay that price, but I'm not going to. Like, this is just not happening. I want to drink this beer really bad, but not that fucking bad. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is.
Like, what do you think? You're KBS or something? What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
yeah, no, you're Japan's an interesting beer country these days, anyway. But yeah. I actually got my first. I got something interesting that I need to go and pick up from the Systembolite here. I got my first beer from Ontario in Canada.
Oh, it's probably shit.
It's kind of cool.
Most likely is.
No, it was what was it? Three Monkeys Chocolate Manifesto, I think.
Flying Monkeys, yeah. Flying Monkeys. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I liked the first time I had it. This year when I bought one, I'm not the biggest fan. There was a touch of sourness in there, but hopefully you got a good batch or whatever.
Spinny isn't brewing for them anymore, so they have a new brewmaster doing it.
Yeah, the first time I had it, I loved it. Chocolate, like rum-soaked chocolate-covered cherries all day.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Yeah.
After his girlfriend broke up with him, he moved away.
No, he got butthurt. Okay, now you go. I mean, come back now.
No, he's opening up his own brewery now.
Oh, good. Well, hopefully you really like it, James.
Yeah, no, I mean it's cool because we just it's quite interesting to pay attention to you guys with the Beer Dubes United because it's quite cool to see the Canadian stuff because all we really get is Dew de Seal over here. We don't get many of the other things. So when something appears,
that pisses me off even more.
Yeah, they get Dew de Seal.
We get it across the ocean, but it can't go 5 hours west.
And apparently Matt just said we get Dew de Seal now super fresh here too.
Yeah, I know.
Like, okay.
I told Matt I was going to
break it and have an Eddie Topper at the Beer Fest. We can't get it where I'm at.
I've never had Focal Banger, and Matt was telling me that, like, oh, you can get it. You just got to know the right people. I'm like, I don't know the right people, and I don't want to talk to the right fucking people. Like, I want to go to a store and pick it the fuck up. I don't want to have to talk to a goddamn fucking human to buy my fucking beer. Like, humans fucking suck. If you haven't noticed, humans fucking suck. This whole fucking podcast is about why people fucking suck. That's basically the whole political bullshit. It's like, Yeah, I don't want to deal with people. People are douchebags. Like, are you really serious? I don't want to. And that's the thing. That's the elitist. That's the only problem. Is the elitist. I think that's my only huge problem with the beer scene is the elitist. The elitist. Well, you have to drive for 6 hours and you have to stay in line for 4 hours and then you can get this beer. Well, then I don't want it. You know how much masturbating I can do in that time? I don't fucking want it. You know what I mean? Like,
is that with or without porn mags?
Oh, I usually just I find dirty underwear like randomly in other people's houses, and then I just use that instead.
Fair enough. On that note, I'm gonna go. Have a good night, guys.
You need, anything I can say to make Dan leave makes this place better.
Unfortunately, I gotta go pick up my wife. I thought that would be a good segue to get the fuck out of here.
So, like a new wife, like you have to go pick up a new wife, or like like.
No, your wife. Anyways.
Oh no, she's too lazy to go to the street corner.
Yeah. All right, we'll see you guys later. Have a good.
Take care, Dan.
See you later.
Bye, asshole. I mean, bye, Dan. He left us.
Yeah. I guess as far as beer and politics, we covered a lot of stuff. I don't know if there's anything else to cover on that.
Did we? I don't think we.
The only other thing I can think of is BrewDog, of course. They're doing their whole thing just now. They were bullying one of the local councils back home about their hotel. That's the only other thing I can think of.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. There's this quote right
video.
here.
She thought one of their beers weren't that great. Speaking of BrewDog,
lots of beers they make aren't that great. That's the thing about BrewDog. They make a handful of really good beers, and they're so fucking ridiculously expensive and so rare to find in the States.
Yeah, that's
the thing. Their new brewery's 2 hours from me, so I should see some of them.
Yeah, I mean,
somebody on this panel made this comment. And go ahead there, James. I'll say it after.
Oh no, it's all right. Go ahead.
No, you're still talking about BrewDog, and I don't care.
Oh yeah, no, I was just the thing I saw that they've kind of sold out to one of these investment groups in America now as well. Like they've sold out 22% of their business or something, and they made all this big hoo-ha, independence or death, and all this.
Well, the thing is, they're a mass market giant corporation now. They are a shill of what they ever were when they started. I mean, this happens by personal growth. The bigger you get, the more you get to trade from the original concept of what you're doing. It doesn't matter what you do. You know, Metallica, guess what? They don't give a fuck about what they do anymore. They're rich. You know what? They started poor and they really gave a fuck, and now they don't because they're rich. And that's how that works. That's the same thing with BrewDog. It happens. For God's sake.
Yeah. And under the Brewer Association, as long as they're under 25%, they're still independent.
Exactly, they're still independent. And, that's the thing is, like, I mean, if you so
people remember from BrewDog are their home runs. They don't remember the intense striker.
And the other thing is, though, if you're selling 22% of your brewery to an American investor to make sure that you get better distribution to America to the people that want to drink your beer, you're actually doing a service to your drinkers. All you're doing is pissing off people that have no idea how fucking business really works, and then because they've never had a job because 38 live with their mom with beer.
Well, that's like New Holland. New Holland has great beers, and they teamed up with Pat for the distribution, so now they're going to be all over the country.
Yeah, and you know what? Dragon's Milk kicks ass. It just kicks ass, and Poe kicks ass too.
Yeah,
and it's gonna continue to kick ass, and you're gonna be able to get it at a better price and more available.
Out of curiosity, what's a big bottle of Dragon Milk cost in the U.S.?
$20. It's like $20.
It's $8 here.
No, not 20. You're talking about the bourbon barrel type stuff. A little more is probably around there.
Yeah, the bourbon barrel.
But the regular thing is probably around 7 or 8, maybe somewhere around there.
So $8 Canadian is what it is here. So we were getting it for about $3 cheaper than you guys.
Yeah, a 4-pack of bourbon barrel aged Dragon Milk is like $22.99.
Yeah, bourbon is definitely up higher. Yeah.
Why would you drink anything that wasn't bourbon aged? You offend me.
Yeah, I agree.
Jay doesn't like bourbon. Jay Thoreau doesn't like bourbon.
Jay doesn't like a lot of things we can't talk about on this panel.
Jay likes crosses being burned in front yards. What Jay likes doesn't matter.
The one thing that I don't watch Jay's reviews anymore because I don't watch a lot of people's reviews anymore because I'm lazy. And the one thing is I just love it when watching Jay's reviews and he's drinking a beer and every sip he drinks, he almost has this face like he's gonna puke all over the camera, and he's like, "Oh, wow, that's really good. That's
And then he tells you how wonderful it is.
Yeah, and then he says that's probably the best beer I've ever had in my life. I'm like, really? It looks like you just shat yourself that time. Like it was pretty bad. Like, are you okay? Are you pulling your groin every time you take a sip? Because you're like, I swear to God, you're gonna get ill. He's like, oh, that's world class. Like, okay, cool, man. You have fun. Are you good? Are you okay?
Say anything to get free product.
I haven't seen him do anything that bad, but
you're not paying attention.
Actually, the greatest.
It's not like he thinks there's bleach in IPA either.
He doesn't pick his nose on camera, so there's that.
Palo Santo.
Is that a person pick their nose on camera?
And then he eats it.
Oh.
Nah.
That's me. Yeah, I love eating it. I just rub it all over my face.
I almost wanted to see the video. Like, no, I don't want to see the video. I think it's almost like that accident. Like, I want to look, but I don't want to look.
Oh, you have to look.
Well, you just have to look, man.
Somebody needs to send him an FABQ.
Are you talking about
I might be doing that when I do them tonight. Anyway, this is a quote from somebody on this panel, and it says, "This is what BeerTube is about, the community. If you don't like the community, get the fuck out of BeerTube." The problem is there's a lot of people that are part of BeerTube that I don't care for, so I was
like me?
Get out.
Like Freddy Krueger here?
Yeah, like Freddy Krueger.
I like you, Freddy. You're all right with me. Except for your pension for Miller Lite, you're a good guy.
Oh, come on, Tom!
I'm getting the ball peen hammer right now. We're gonna take care of you. We're gonna put you in the boiler.
I don't care about the bad drinks, but the Miller Lite bugs me a little bit.
Hey, Tom, spoiler alert, Monday is Mickey's Fine Malt Liquor.
Oh yeah, remember somebody at the end, remember getting a bottle of that.
Are you gonna do a grenade? Because you have to do the Mickey's grenades.
I can get a 6-pack if you want me to do a 6-pack.
Well, I'm not gonna watch it for God's sake. I'm just saying.
I'm sending you a link, all right?
Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah, Eric's doing malt.
Okay, if you're gonna do it, you have to do all 6 within a minute.
You trying to blow him up?
No.
Christ, in a minute?
Yeah.
That's an 18-year-old move. That's not an old man's move. Come on.
You could get at least 4 down in a minute.
That's an 18-year-old.
Okay, how about
maybe 6 is a little
do all 6 in 5 minutes.
Only a moron.
I can definitely do all 6 in 5 minutes. I can do 6 in probably 3 minutes.
Well, you don't have to fucking be a man about it. I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know. All right,
the Mickey's grenades make it so easy with that wide mouth; they just go down in seconds.
Yeah, you don't know
like
about
a
going
Tijuana hooker.
I know from every time that I've gone to see Paul. You know, Paul goes down in seconds.
Yeah. You stumbled over that. You stumbled over that for a little bit, but really, as soon as I just fall in a dick. I go, whoa! I don't like, whoa, sorry.
Yeah, like I said, Paul's a pretty cheap drunk. I had him so drunk he fell asleep in seconds. And
remember the can that was aged in the trunk? Yeah, he gave it to me.
Oh, Albino gave it to you.
Yeah.
5 months. He said it was still better than Bud, though.
Yeah,
well, it wasn't aged in a trunk until he forgot to bring it home with him and left it in the trunk of his car in my garage.
No. This was your buddy Chuck's.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
yes, you're right. Okay.
Yeah, that was aged in a trunk. Yeah, it was Alexander Keith's single hop. Yeah, it was good. I didn't mind it.
I thought you were talking about the beers we gave you, and then you left them in your trunk. And
no, I mean all the ones that Lee gave me that all went bad. Yeah, that was awesome. I'm like, oh, it's sour. Oh, okay, there you go. That's tastes like that. Yeah, that was pretty good. It was only Nova Scotia beers that went bad, though. Like, obviously,
the beers from over there, I don't know what they do, but they don't last very long at all.
They don't last long at all. And so if you ever get a Nova Scotia beer, look at the bottle date and drink it immediately. That's my tip. The top tip for the day.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what other kind of Canadian beers I've seen. I think I've only ever seen. We get 2 from back home. We get 2 from BC. I think it's like Parallel 49 and Driftwood. Yeah,
that would make sense.
Canadian beers just. Sorry, go and say that again.
I said that would make sense. Parallel 49 is a pretty big brewery.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah.
Never heard of Driftwood.
Yeah. Am I saying that right? Maybe it's
there's Driftwood too.
Whoever does Fat Tug.
That would be
Tug
Driftwood.
IPA.
Yeah.
right.
Driftwood Fat Tug.
You know what? The Canadian beer I've always wanted to try, even though I know I'm gonna hate it, is Kokanee.
If you come up in May, we'll go and buy a case of Kokanee, okay?
There you go. Okay, hold on there, big boy. Sixer of Kokanee will be fine.
No, we'll buy a case, and we'll get drunk on it.
Okay.
I'll drink 23, you'll drink 1, we'll both be drunk.
This is happening! I'm cheap. I'm good. I usually just, I basically, well, the other thing is I do a lot of meth before I drink, just to make sure I'm nice and fucking hammered.
He also likes to eat a fucking giant steak with his bare hands while it's still dripping blood.
Yeah. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. It actually, technically, it's not blood. It's miasma. It's the energy that takes oxygen and converts it into that. I mean, it's a thing. It's not technically blood. It looks like blood. Yeah. It's a know your fluids.
It would be hilarious a camping trip in the woods.
Well, we thought we were being pretty hilarious when the two of us ate, 4 pounds of hot pepperettes the night before everybody else showed up.
Oh my God, we just killed.
We just dropped bombs on all of them.
Oh. The best part is the bombs were on video, like other people's reviews. I walked by and like, oh my! I cleared out the whole downstairs in that one review. I was, oh my! Everyone laughed.
Remember when they didn't know what to do because I shit at the top of the stairs and you shit down here?
And I shit on the bottom and we locked them in. We flanked them. It was awesome. It was a beautiful thing.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Thank you, Simon, for the pepperettes.
And I have to go buy more haggis because I left my haggises.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other much larger Paul stole your haggis.
I know. That's all right. It's all right. He can have my haggis any day.
Well, I'm gonna have to see your FABQ when you do it, Chad.
Yeah, I meant to do it the day you actually posted it, and then I just forgot.
Well, the funny thing, I did mine
out there too.
I saw Peter, Peter Davis, the Clueless Drinker, did his.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, that's very communal. I'll do mine. So I did mine.
Yeah.
I wasn't tagged. The funny thing is how I work. If I was tagged, I wouldn't do it.
You weren't tagged?
No, I wasn't tagged. I just did one. I
thought one of the UK guys got you already.
No, nobody tagged me. Actually, Danny fucking tagged me. I said, hey, asshole, watch my channel for once. You noticed I already did it about a week ago. But the thing is, like, if I was probably tagged, I probably wouldn't have done it.
Yeah,
but because
I've been demanded to tag a certain group of people.
I didn't want to do it because I hate this trendy. I hate that trendy shit. It bugs me to no end.
See, the thing is like the first.
A good beer friend. He tagged me, so I went ahead and did one.
Well, the thing is now it actually has that hint of everyone is doing it in a trendy fashion because this must be the thing to do. But before, when it first started, I was like, yeah, that's very a random response from the Clueless Drinker. You know, he wasn't tagged. It was a random response, and I was like, I like that. That's communal.
It was like
you're not being forced to do
me
it.
last week, and I did it. So yeah,
just don't tag me and shit. I'm not gonna do it. Like that's the way I don't like.
I did it.
I'm the opposite. I guess I only did this time because I was tagged. But I typically hate trendy ass.
Yeah, I'm gonna tag a guy from Manitoba and see if he does it.
Well, I had one comment on one of my videos, and one of the guys like, "All right, enough of these questions everywhere. Just get back to drinking and reviewing beer." So
you could have been doing that the whole time while you were doing it. Like, yeah, I just you could do like every question you could have reviewed a beer. It could have been an hour long, and you could be shit faced by the end of it. I like it. That's exactly what happened.
Jay didn't do one because I tagged Jay, and a lot of people actually tagged Jay, but then he did a video about why he was not doing it.
And then answered all the questions while doing that video.
Oh yeah, and then he mentions me all throughout the entire video as well. Yeah, he mentions me all throughout an entire video. Obviously. Thanks.
Yeah, well, look what you banquet, man.
I haven't watched the
Freddy Krueger guy.
I saw it was 33 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be able to watch that anytime soon because I'm doing something. Because you gotta put a 30-minute video. You gotta be like doing something where it's just playing like a podcast in the background or something.
33 minutes of a video telling him why he's not gonna do a 10-minute video. Wow, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, I've just found that as well. I went and had a little nosy.
Well, I think you were like around 17, 18. But the thing is with James videos, you get entertained because he always gives good stories with his videos too. So, like,
I just thought no, but the problem is my head's so much full of shite that I just can't be concise. Really, that's the main thing.
I like Ramblecast. Just ramble it. Just talk. I don't give a shit what you. I mean, you could. I don't even care if you did a video and you never answered one of the questions because you were going to start to, and then you said, "Well, I really like pickles because this and this and blah blah blah." I'd still watch it.
Pickles are such a good palate cleanser. Did you know that?
What?
Oh yeah, I know that as well. Yeah.
That's what I keep telling
If you add a bit of bleach,
I say, "Wife, try this pickle. It's a good palate cleanser."
I knew that was coming from somewhere.
Wife, eat my pickle. That's a good palate cleanser.
Yep. Suck on my ginger root. You know what I mean? That kind of deal. Cleanse the palate.
Would you call it the real deal?
The real deal with Bill McNeil.
Is anybody else off tomorrow?
Oh, I gotta go to work in the morning.
I'm a maintenance guy, so I gotta.
I'm off tomorrow, so
I'm staying up until I don't give a fuck because I don't care anymore about anything.
I'm kind of what you
good.
Paul. I had a very rough week.
Every day I wake up is a rough week. Every day I wake up is a rough week. Oh, I had another rough week. Oh, there's another one.
I was like, Tyler, rough week. Good thing I'm in a brewery. I need a drink.
My ex-wife is becoming trying to become a nurse.
I can afford a drink this week.
My ex-wife is trying to become a nurse, and of course I'm gonna have to pay for that somehow. I know it. And then she took my vitals, and she's like, your pulse is 56. That's really low. I said it's 56 higher than it should be. And she just looked at me like, I'm like, yeah. I totally went there. I gotta go home because there's beer there. I'll see you later. Like, this is important.
He's gonna be a nurse, and all those years you were trying to get her to be a doctor.
Exactly. For a long time. I was trying to be a proctologist, and I was trying to teach her to be a proctologist, and it was just not working. I'm like, come on, like, let's play doctor. Let's go. Here's this horse dong. Check it out. Check my prostate.
Man.
Let's give it a go. Let's go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a funny thing.
Hey, I have some endoscopic cameras. We can play with those in May too.
Oh, I am fully erect right
now. They're medical grade.
Sweet gherkin, right there.
Oh, I can only imagine. Chat's like all my stuff around his house.
I'll tell you what, it's got a tangy. It does have a tangy zip like Miracle Whip.
That's how Miracle Whip is made, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It's like cum of angels.
Well, this doesn't look like we dropped any more mother of all bombs yet today, so.
No, it's good.
I guess we're done.
I remember hearing a joke a long time ago, that an old man told his grandson or whatever that a pussy's a beautiful thing and stuff like that before sex. And he said, why? And he said, it looks like a beautiful budding rose just fresh out of the garden and with dew all over it. It's the most beautiful thing ever. And then the grandson says, what about after sex? He goes, well, do you ever see a bulldog eating a jar of mayonnaise? And I'm like, God damn, that is a very, very visual. I just pictured it immediately. And I'm like, I can't see a bulldog eating a jar of mayonnaise. And man, that is one beat up pussy. I'll tell you what. I don't know what the hell happened to that thing.
Hell, I should have stopped him, but I didn't know where he was going, and I just I'm thinking, do I let it play out?
Yeah.
Well, you need to promise me something that when eventually you do this, you need to leave your brain to science. I think there could be a lot of interesting.
Oh, you have no idea. I mean, it's never stopping. It doesn't stop. Like my dad actually told me a long time ago that sensory deprivation wouldn't work for me because I have so much shit in my head all the time that I would be reciting different movies I watched and all this stuff like that. And they'd come in 10 hours later. I'd be like, blah, 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 blah. It's like having a good time. I'm like, I don't need to hear. I don't need to see. It's all in here. It's great. I used to go to bed.
Maybe you've got that thing in your head that they've discovered with whales recently, where they've got a bit of brain that we even as humans can't comprehend. Maybe you're the whale man.
I think I'm on a different dimension. Yeah.
Oh, the whale man.
Whale man.
I'm hung like I'm hung like a sardine, but apparently I'm the whale. So there you go. I like to tell people that I'm hung like a used Tic Tac.
Hung like a hamster, brain like a whale.
It's all right.
You know where to go with that one.
I don't use it anyway, so it's okay. You know, I've got my tweezers for jerking. I'm good.
It's more of a novelty piece.
Yeah, it's more like it's not exactly for show. It's more
a conversation starter.
Hey, do you want to see the most? Hey, do you want to see the tiniest stick in the world? Look at this. Woo! There you go. Bet you can't beat that.
Yeah.
It's such an oddity.
It's not even cold in here. and you know the funny thing is I get a lot of jokes at work about the facial hair thing that I did, and I told them, and I don't mind. I really don't care. I don't. Who the fuck am I trying to impress? I'm not trying to get a girlfriend. I'm not trying to get this. I'm not trying to do that. I don't give a fuck. If you think I look like a gay biker, well, maybe I'll actually get some fucking cock out of this at least. Oh, good. You know, I'll get something. I don't care. Like, I just do not care. I have this thing. I just cannot give a fuck what people think. Actually, my ex-wife.
You missed your calling as a comedian.
My ex-wife said my number one problem is I don't care what people think, and I said, how the fuck is that a problem?
Yeah,
honestly, like agree. How is that? And of course, my comedic like response was, that's nice, but I don't give a fuck what you think. You know what I mean? And of course,
it's a common trait among a lot of comedians. So.
Zero fucks given.
Comes from pain.
Yeah, exactly, and I've got lots of it.
Yeah, the best comics are the ones that are hurt the most.
And you said it like, you know, today, luckiest man in the face of the earth.
That's the tragedy in itself, right?
Well, as long, you know what I don't like humans. Like, I hate all you fucking people. But I'll tell you what, I like making people laugh. I do. I really enjoy making people laugh. So that's good. If you can laugh, if I can make people laugh, I'm having a good day.
Hey, that's a great talent to have, especially nowadays.
Yeah, it's great because everybody's so fucking prudy and stuck up and just, Jesus Christ.
And I like to get people drunk.
And you do a very good job because you handed me, 8 fucking Imperial Stouts in a row. I'm like, oh, you want me to review this by myself? Okay, cool, awesome, good, man. Oh, there's another one. Oh, good, yeah. Okay, well, we're gonna keep going. Hi, guys. This is awesome. Where the fuck am I? I don't know. This is another Imperial Stout. Okay, this one. Oh, yeah. It was that bad. It was literally 6 or 7 Imperial Stouts in a fucking row with apple brandy bourbon on the side. Or apple brandy we were drinking, and then the fucking trunk beer that I had. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm fucking drunk, you know? And then we did Tiny beer review from fucking Weierbacher. And at some point in time, I knocked my fucking glass over. I'm like, oh, I'll just lick it off the table. We're good. Oh, whatever. You know, we're just, I'm in Canada. How did I end up here? Like, it was a hell of a thing. And you know what? I would not change a single fucking second except for the fact that my car broke. Other than that, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Because if I'm making an ass out of myself, someone's laughing over it, and that makes me happy. Because believe me, I will never have a worse impression or I will never think worse of myself. I'm really all the way down anyway. So other than that, you can't go deeper. You know what I mean? So we're good. I hit concrete. You know? No, but I always like to tell people, nobody is better than me, but I'm not better than anybody else. Because that's the idea that you're better than someone because you have more money or you drink better beer or this or that. Fuck that, man. We all suck. We suck individually, you know? It's all good. We're all on the same plane.
We all suck in different ways and we're all fabulous.
Exactly. We're all the kings and queens of everything.
Specifically, I wish my wife sucked, but that doesn't happen.
Well, I'll come up in May.
It's a whole different argument altogether, isn't it?
Don't worry. I'll come up in May and I'll make you feel good. It's okay. Yeah.
Who's going to hold Joe's hair out of the toilet?
Yeah, that was the best part. Joe got so fucking sick and drunk because we kept on pouring beers into his fucking glass. And when he wasn't looking, he got so drunk he started fucking throwing up the next day. Was so hungover he couldn't come to.
He was late. Yeah, no, that's right. He couldn't come to any of the breweries. He was almost late for the beer festival.
Yeah, and the thing is, because Joe's dad's the way he is, instead of helping him, he was making fun of him and videotaping him the whole time. like, yeah, baby. Come on, you fucking pussy.
That's what makes memories right there.
Memories on the corner of the toilet. Yep.
That's a good day.
If family can't make fun of you, who can?
Yeah, exactly. My mom used to dress me up as Cher and send me to school. For no reason.
That might be pushing it.
Oh, it's called tough love. You know, people don't understand tough love anymore.
Yeah.
I know. I was born in the wagon of a traveling show. Is what I'm saying. That's you know.
My dad used to say, "Hey, are you really that fucking stupid?" It's hard to come back from that because you either say, yes, I am that fucking stupid, or no, I'm not that fucking stupid. But apparently I was at that particular moment.
At that moment, I was a complete retard. There you go. You know what? There you go. I
was a World War II vet, Silver Star, Purple Heart. You're not jacking with a dude like that.
Yeah.
I was almost in a bar fight the one time because the guy was being a douchebag, and then he called us all scumbags. And I yelled out, my mom just called me worse than that. You better try a little bit better. You know, like you gotta step up your game. You're like, there's no way I'm gonna get up from that. And I was like, I know I'm a scumbag. I live in a freaking trailer. Like, I'm good with that. Like, we're fine. You know, like I haven't cleaned my room since I fucking moved into it. I get it. Like, we're fine. You know, but you gotta step up your game if you're gonna insult me, because I'm tough as nails. I'm not physically tough, but mentally I'm tough. Physically, I'm like a wet noodle that I can't find myself out of my paper bag. For God's sakes, like there's two things I tell people: don't hit me, I bruise like a peach, and then don't hit me, I'll just get an erection. And generally speaking, it makes people laugh, and then we end up having a good time after that. And not that kind of a good time, but like more like, you know, drinks and stuff like that, you know. And then the good time happens after I get drunk, because I'm just, you know, get used like a fucking used sock basically after that. But I'm just saying, yeah. I mean, if you can't laugh about stuff, I mean, I can laugh about the worst situation I get into. I can find something funny about it. I rolled my car.
I'm the same way, man. Everything.
I rolled my truck in December. I rolled it over and everything. It was on the side. I got out of it. The cops came up and the lights were on me and stuff, and I went, ta-da! Like, ta-da! You know, and then they got out, like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm fucking fantastic. I'm standing here talking to you, aren't I? Like, ta-da! That ta-da is very limited. You can only use ta-da so many times. Like, I just came home from the bar and I still have money. Ta-da! I mean, like, it's very limited. Like, there's only so many times you can say ta-da, and I used it. I fucking
ta-da!
Yeah. Yeah, use that. Okay, well, flip your fucking truck over a couple different times and walk away. Like, ta-da! I was Bruce Willis in that movie Unbreakable. Like, I did it. Ta-da! We're good.
Oh, crazy.
Work that shit, man. Work it. Did we have a topic?
But
we're getting away from that topic here, Paul.
Yeah, we blew our way through that in the first hour and a half.
You know, I have to say this. I was watching the whole thing from a distance the whole time, and it was all Dan's fault.
Always blame Dan.
I'm just saying, like, this was not. I wasn't even here at the time. I was dead at the time. I just got here. I just showed up. So what's going on?
Well, from not going to drink any beer, I think you had done 3 tonight.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What's Freddy Krueger drinking right now?
6. Because I will drink.
The Expedition Stout by Bell's, Tom.
Yes!
I have never, ever
bested you, don't I?
I've never seen it. I've never got a chance to buy it.
Paul, if you want one, private message me and I'll send it to you.
I would love to try that beer.
You get Bell's where you're at, Paul?
I get Bell's, but I've never ever seen Expedition Stout where
Look at this. Where Paul's at,
I think he can
where
buy it
Eric's
on
at, Eric can't get Yingling.
and he wants a
Eric
free
gets
beer.
Bell's.
I will send you. If you send me one expedition sound, I will send you a black and tan, a fucking premium lager, and
Don't forget the French saison.
And the
Send me a
French
porter
saison.
too.
If I can get the porter, there you go.
A Yingling porter.
Yeah, I can do that.
What,
The funny
you
thing
want the
is,
French saison?
no, we talked about the American Wild Ale. We already talked about that. I told Joe though. I said, Joe, can you do me a favor? Can you do me a big favor? Can you get a Yingling and have it fucking 89 fucking degrees, like I drink everything, and smell it and tell me what you get. Like, just do me a favor, like, because it's funky, man. It's off fruits and funkiness. And later I got that lager funk. Sometimes I get the lager funk because I drink all my beer room temperature. So when I review lagers, it's, oh boy, it's room temperature. And you get some lager funk from that yeast now and again.
Well, at least I'm not the only one that only drinks his beer at that temperature, but at the same time, it worries me because it's you.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I don't.
That's what we call a conundrum.
Well, we haven't had the ice delivery in a while for the fucking refrigerator. I'm sorry. The buggy got broke down because they had to shoot the horse because I had sex with it.
Well, somebody had to have sex with you.
Wow.
Oh, guys, I'm gonna have to go now. I'm like.
You're like, I'm out of here. It's fucking.
That was 2 hours.
We're talking about fucking horses. I'm gone.
No, actually, that's.
I would really appreciate it if next time you're on the show, you have a pair of handcuffs hanging from that bed frame.
Every time James gets on, he just got done doing amateur porn. He did. I didn't say with a female, but I'm saying
Paul,
he did.
But Paul, it's because I'm just fabulous. You know, I can put on my Glaswegian accent for you that pisses my mum off when we go shopping because I sound fabulous, and I'll do that. I'll do that just for you, Hen. Just calm the beans, and I'll do it for you, okay?
Yeah.
You're fabulous.
Just don't go jakey on me, all right?
Well, why are we assuming it's
Don't get all
porn? How
jakey
do I
on
know
me,
he's
huh?
not getting a big check?
I don't need some drugged out little faggot with me. You can do it. We can go shopping together and we can try on dresses. It'll be fucking fantastic.
Yeah, we can have a fight. We can have a fight in the sex shop about what flavor condoms to get. That'd be fabulous.
When I was younger, the girls that I used to hang out with, we used to go to Hot Topic, and we all three of us used to try on dresses. It was amazing, and I used to get all of the pussy. I don't know, something about a man in drag. I got all the pussy back in the day. I grew a beard. Guess what? No pussy. Not even a little bit of it.
I didn't know men went into Hot Topic.
Oh yeah, back in the day, Hot Topic wasn't just lollipop punk crap. It was actually a real goth store. It was awesome. It was great.
You're gonna make it sound better.
Back in the days of the mall life.
Yeah.
See how much alike we were, Paul? Back when I was younger, I was spreading albino like an STD, and now I'm not.
Yeah, now you're not. We used to have sex, and then all of a sudden, everything kind of dried up. And
hey, Rod.
No.
Freddy Krueger's asking how in the fuck your channel went.
down. Oh my God,
I don't know. Viewers are still watching, I guess, or viewers check in over a period of time, so we'll see. Somebody gave it a thumb up.
How many have you had so far?
I have to wait till I close it out, but live right now in the last 60 minutes, there's been 6 views so far.
6 people with nothing else to do.
Well, 6 sessions. That timed out after a point. But I don't know.
Those poor bastards. You got to feel bad for them almost. This is the best night they can have is watch us.
You guys are an entertaining bunch, man. We're having a good time.
Well, right out of the last 2, I've gained 20 subscribers. So.
Well, see? So, out of us doing this, what else are you going to do tonight? You going to sit there watch CNN and watch us drop bombs over and over again? Because it's the same bomb video they keep showing. Or it's going to be talking about, Spicy bringing up the Nazis. Or it's going to be the guy getting drugs through United Airlines. So, why not watch YouTube?
I was going to record my epic BQs and then record myself eating food that I sprayed pepper spray on.
I'm not getting off the plane. I got patients to see tomorrow.
You know what you should do, Albino, is do an FABQ while you're watching someone else's FABQ.
Well, that's way too much work. Way too much.
Watch Freddy Krueger's.
Yeah, I've never it'll be one of those. That'll be the next thing. Do commentary on other people's FABQs, but
There you go.
Oh, if a certain person that I tag does one, I just might do a commentary on the answers.
oh,
You can do it, Albino. I don't give a
with you on
shit.
that one. Oh man, yeah, Harry's. You might get lucky with that one, Albino, for Harry.
I can do that to my PS4. I can just put it on my beer channel and watch somebody on the YouTube, and it'll go right into an upload, and I can just talk over it. Like, what the fuck were you thinking there? Well, I think we've politicized the beers tonight for a good amount of time. Or non-politicized them. I don't know what the hell.
Yep.
But
or butchered. I think butchered them is maybe the.
Yeah. I think the big thing in the end was if you like the beer, then drink the beer. So yeah. People are going to be people, and some people are going to say shit you won't like, and some will say stuff you do like. But the beer doesn't change.
Drink beer.
Yeah.
Keep calm, drink beer, and whatever's good for you, stay away from Paul Romeli.
Yeah. But for anybody still out there, thanks for watching tonight. And, well, we had a pretty good panel tonight. Pretty good crew. So some of the guys had to go off earlier. Anybody else want to add anything before closing? You want to give your PSA, Eric?
Well, I've been drinking too much, so I better not.
Okay. Well, Eric will usually tell you don't drive and drink and all that kind of stuff. So you'll get in trouble. You'll be in the grave. You'll be dead or something. Well, I was going to say something worse, but if you're dead, it's nothing worse than being dead. So just don't do it.
You pretty much said what I usually say.
Actually, there is one thing worse than being dead, and that's being dead near Paul.
Well, yeah. But thanks everybody for tuning in and checking out. And if you came in later, you can go back and watch it from, I don't know if you can watch it all the way from the beginning, but there's a lot of crazy shit on here tonight. So that all being said, cheers, keep drinking good craft beers, and we'll catch you next week.
Cheers, fellas.
See you later, guys.
Cheers.